The story nobody is freaking talking about. This story seemingly has just disappeared out of nowhere. It's absolutely crazy to dive into. Have you forgotten about the Ukraine and Russia war? Is this even on your mind? Have you thought, isn't that war over yet? Are people still fighting there? What's happening? Ukraine just did a huge provocation, which we'll get into in a second, which could lead to things getting worse for Ukraine. But let's first start off with my least favorite senator of all time, Lindsey Graham. This guy drives me up the freaking wall. I am so sick of Lindsey Graham. I'm sick of seeing his face. I can't believe he continuously gets elected in South Carolina. As a South Carolinian, I am deeply devastated at the idea of this man even being able to run still. How has he not been voted out? It makes absolutely no sense to me. But Lindsey Graham goes on a trip. And Lindsey Graham decides to take a little trip to freaking Ukraine. And in this trip, he meets with Zelensky. Of course, just talking to Zelensky. Oh, Zelensky, you got my next twink for me? You got the next twink for me? I could really use a twink or two. Make it a Twinkie, if you know what I mean. Lindsey Graham racked up a hotel bill that cost an astonishing $411,000, $64.34. That's $411,634 and 0 cents, 69 cents for him. Reportedly, the bill was approved by Lindsey Graham himself. Isn't that wonderful? Don't you love how politicians work? Well, I'm approving the bill myself. I'm going to Ukraine. I'm going to have myself a good time. And it's going to be an expensive time. Send the twinks to my room immediately. I'm in room 69. Send the twinks there now. Send the twinks there right now. He went to Ukraine, spent over $400,000 on his hotel bill. Obviously raising questions to, am I seriously paying for this? Oh, yes, you are. You're paying for this. And not only that, you're going to like paying for it. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump and Putin had a very heated phone conversation today, and Donald Trump put out a message about that. The call apparently lasted around 75 freaking minutes. Again, talking longer than I talk to my own mother. Covering multiple key issues, including the Ukraine's just recent drone attack on Russian airfields and escalating in military conflict. This drone attack, I can't tell if Donald Trump knew about it, if his officials knew about it, did they go behind his back, what actually happened, but it's a huge provocation of escalating in war, and not enough people are talking about this. They literally took drones and then they took out like their old school B-52 bombers. That would be like Mexico, like the cartel taking out our B-52 bomber stash and us just being like, okay, yeah, don't worry about it. Of course, this is going to escalate into something even worse. So we're sending our biggest gay man during Pride Week to make tensions worse. Trump described the conversation apparently today as good and thought it would lead to immediate peace, hopefully. But Putin specifically emphasized the need for a response due to the recent attacks on his planes. This was a very courageous attack, but also insane. Things could get worse. They also talked about Iran's nuclear ambitions, and Putin offered insistence revolving around the issue quickly. In military news, the U.S. security forces have reported that Ukraine, so this is the Ukraine, launched suicide drone attacks targeting 20 Russian military planes at Russian airfields. This is a very aggressive action, and not enough people are talking about this. It's crazy that even happened in our backyard. Again, so we send the twink himself, Lindsey Graham, to rack up then here's the bill, okay? Here's the freaking bill. So you know I'm not lying to me. I'm lying to you. $411,000. I have never seen a hotel bill for that. How much drugs did you do there? If so, please send them some back to me and share some with Daddy. Here's some of the footage that came from the drone attacks. Come check this out. Absolutely insane.
The latest video this morning, a burning Russian truck apparently used in a string of audacious Ukrainian drone strikes. These new satellite images show a Russian airbase before and after the covert attacks Ukraine has dubbed Operation Spiderweb. Detailed analysis of videos from Ukraine's special forces show a drone closing in on one of President Putin's prized long-range bombers. Minutes later, locals posted images of smoke rising from the base, with drones heard overhead and explosions.
God, I don't think people realize what World War III will be like. We'll be sitting safely in our homes, and all of a sudden you'll hear these freaking psychotic drones flying over you, ready to drop grenades right in your lap.
Here, a drone is seen taking off from another truck. That attack at Belaya Air Base in Siberia, while simultaneously, thousands of miles away, Olenia Air Base was also struck.
Crazy.
From there, this Ukrainian Special Forces drone clearly shows Russian aircraft on fire. Another plane explodes in a ball of flames on camera. And car tires, apparently cheap Russian drone defenses, bounce off. Then the video shows a row of 3 burning Russian Tu-95 aircraft. The Tu-95 is one of Russia's valuable cruise missile-carrying, nuclear-capable aircraft, able to fly as far as the continental United States. Russia has 60 of them in operation, but they are no longer in production, so it would take years and billions of dollars to replace them. Ukraine says it smuggled more than 100 small drones into Russia for the precision strikes that took 18 months of planning.
Russia must feel what its losses mean. That is.
So did he go behind our backs and do this right in front of our faces is the question. And how will Putin respond? It could be absolutely devastating for these people. I do worry about Val. I've been thinking about Val. He's one of our Russian chatters, and I am wondering if he's been pulled off to war or something like that. I worry about that, dude. I worry about all you guys. That's a little... So what would actually be the consequences of this? We're not totally sure. And Donald Trump did put out this message, which I already broke down perfectly.
Emotional damage.
So we'll see what actually happens. But this story, I don't know why people aren't talking about this, because this was an insane attack. I mean, very brave, very all those things, insane, crazy. The fact that they took a bunch of months to actually do this, and then it came down the pipe, and then people just dismissed it like it's not happening. I don't know why we're not talking about this. We're supposed to have peace in this region. We'll see what actually happens. Will we get pulled into this? I hope Russia still pretends like we're not involved, because if you're Russia, the first question you should be asking yourself is, where do those drones actually come from? All right, let's have some fun, huh? Let's have fun now. Let's have some fun.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go late with the world.
First, the government.
She sent in a little video for us. Oh. Here she is.
Hey, in spite of everything you've heard, and let me just make sure you all know that it's actually me. Say, it's me.
Anti-woke.
Anti-woke?
Suck on this, Biden.
Would we the all
What's up, guys? How are we feeling on this lovely freaking day? Hope you're having a great day. Let me see some of your messages. Man, Lindsey Graham drives me nuts, man. That dude. That dude will happily send your children to war and be like, they're gonna fight for America. They're fighting for freedom or something. Yeah, be sure to smash a like if you do not mind. I would greatly appreciate it. The people operating those drones are probably 13-year-old gamers. Dude, probably. They're all probably playing COD right now, waiting for the next drone strike. I don't think they could have pulled it off without the help of the United States. 100% correct. We helped out a lot. There's no way. We at least gave them the drones and taught them how to use it. Either something like that. Yeah, I'm worried about the market tanking if war pops off. It'll definitely tank if war does pop up. That is very true. Do you have a lot of money in the market? Maybe think about putting it in other things. Yakobet says, allowing them to go forward right before the Turkey peace talks is Zelensky trying to keep the war going and hold up elections. I think they're both trying to get the last hit in. You know, it's like when two dudes start fighting, each person wants to try to get the last smack in. And I feel like that's what's happening. It's like neither of them want to seem weak. And so they all will get the last punch and then say, at the end, I'm the person that won. I won that. I hit first. I hit first, so I won. And you're like, okay, dude, relax. You're losing. Okay, you're losing. If Russia decides to drop nukes on you, it's pretty much over for you. Feminism is all well and good until the military draft starts. Yeah, exactly. Although some decent news. Finally, the thing I wanted to actually happen when it came to this big, beautiful bill was some of the Doge stuff to be added to it, but it wasn't. President Trump has officially sent the $9 billion Doge recessions package to Congress, cutting aid for USAID, PBS, NPR, U.S. Institute for Peace, and other foreign aid programs. $9 billion. Nice. We're only raising the debt ceiling a couple trillion, but whatever. Whatever. Again, when I critique that bill, I'm not saying that I think it's going to be better under Democrats. The complete opposite. There's just things I wish we didn't have to continue to raise the debt ceiling. And I'm seeing some like conservative commentators talking about how it's not that big of a deal. I'm like, okay, sure. Sure. I mean, it's all fake money at the end of the day, isn't it? We don't actually have real money in America. We're just playing with our monopoly money. We're playing with grandma's money and your grandparent and our children, great-grandchildren's money. Vladimir is trying to get the last weave pulled out of his head. Yeah, exactly. And I think Lindsey Graham probably went to Ukraine knowing that the Russian war might be ending, and he needs to go there as soon as possible so he can get his last twink fetish off. The CIA or somebody has pictures of Zelensky with the dude, right? That's why he's always in Ukraine. That's why he's always like popping up for wars for them, right? You would think this guy has some naked pictures somewhere. He's just like that kind of guy that's pretending to be straight. He's got some kind of nasty picture somewhere, and that's why he does the bidding for the CIA. I just a guess. No, I don't know for sure. Just a guess. Imagine the debt 1,000 years from now. God. Yeah, the debt 1,000 years now will be like 100 trillion billion cajillion dollars. We'll have to fight a war. We'll fight a war. We'll ruin our whole country. We'll take over another country, and then we'll take all their money, and then it'll all be good again. That's probably what will happen. Off the topic, Florida just passed a bill making gold and silver legal tender again. Might be going back to the precious metal coins. Really? Interesting. That's an interesting move. Okay. I only have God. I don't know how much money I have yet. Well, if you got God, you're in good hands, my friend. That's what I always say, man. Put your faith in Jesus, dude. If you put your faith in Jesus, at the end of the day, you know things are supposed to pop off. You know things are supposed to be insane. So when you're living in an insane world, it's like, yeah, it makes sense. A bunch of sinners acting like idiots? Yeah, that makes sense. That checks. Everything about that freaking checks out for me. It's not confusing to me. I'm not surprised by people acting this way. Let's get a little sip of coffee before we have fun. Little sip. If you don't mind smashing a like, if you haven't done so. If you're watching on Rumble, smash that like. If you're watching on X, if you don't mind retweeting. All of it helps the show out. Helps out. Help out your neighbor. Help out your friends. It's important. Lindsey Graham needs to go eat a poo biscuit. Yeah, he does. Every time Lindsey Graham goes to talk with Zelensky, it's always like the most cuck-like behavior, isn't it? Do you like that? Do you like that Lindsey Graham changed his outfit? I'm not calling that a suit. I'm calling that an outfit. He went all black. Lindsey Graham's looking sexy and all. I mean, Lindsey Graham. Zelensky is looking sexy and all black. He's a very serious man. He must not have huskies like me. That husky hair, man, gets everywhere. I'm Lindsey Graham. I forget that guy's name. Is that Thune? Well, that's not Thune. Who's that? What's his name? I don't remember his name. Who cares? Just another senator that's about to die due to age. It's like, but $400,000 bill is pretty insane. All right, let's get into like some real news. I got some funny stories lined up. We'll start with the silliest first. We'll start with the absolute silliest first. Just some silly stuff. We got Macron being stolen, Joe Walsh being a cringe, liberals finding out that they have mental health issues, and I'm going to tell you why, like I always tell you. Anthony Weiner somehow back in the news. How is this guy back in the... Is he running? Is Anthony Weiner running? We've had enough of the Wieners. What's up, Finey? It has been a while. Enough with the freaking Wieners. We're tired of the Wieners. Kristi Noem looking absolute fire. And we'll get into what I think she actually looks like. And one of the Merce movie drops about to happen. NFL's coming out gay. And my son comes out gay as well. Very sad to see my son in full action. We'll get into all this news and we'll have a good time. Another coffee sip. Swell, thanks for holding down the chat, my friend. Always a pleasure. Always a freaking pleasure. All right, let's get into the news. Joe Walsh announces he's no longer Republican, and he's formally leaving the Republican Party and becoming a Democrat.
I'm gonna come.
In a statement, he maintained that he is still a free-loving conservative or something. Who cares? Why do people feel like they have to tell us this? Why do people feel like they have to tell us that they're leaving a certain party? I'm no longer a leftard. I'm now on this side of the aisle. I don't care. I just do not care. We just found out today that KJP is now an independent due to her new book, Easy Grift. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. His new grift is that he's no longer Republican. And it's funny to rewatch this clip from PBT as they talk about him switching parties, and he says that he's still Republican, and Patrick Bet-David, who is just absolutely fire, definitely a decent company. There's no allegations about him running a scam of any kind, an insurance scam. Good guy, respectable, love the suit, definitely not a car salesman, definitely trying to sell me on some crack. Here is Joe Walsh telling us about his new grift.
I asked you a specific question.
Which is what?
Am I a Democrat?
Based on what you're saying that you don't regret your vote, of course you're a Democrat.
That makes me a Democrat, even though I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a registered Democrat.
Because you supported policies of a Democrat.
Pat,
if I vote for a Democrat or Republican,
Republicans and independents voted for Biden.
If I claim I'm non-emotional,
Come on, it's a nice podcast, but you gotta fucking deal in facts.
Jessica, I'm glad you caught me live. Freaking Joe Walsh. Joe, watch your mouth, okay? We don't say the F word. What is up with all these podcasts dropping the saying curse words? Bleep them out for us, okay? We got children around.
Claim I'm non-emotional. If I claim I'm non-emotional, which you're saying you're not, okay.
Pat,
you went to high school with Vinny? That's amazing.
If I claim I'm not, what part of your vote today...
Did independents vote for Biden in 2020?
What part of your vote today...
See, he just doesn't listen.
Because you haven't answered my question yet.
How much longer is this, guys?
You haven't answered
having a ball.
You haven't answered my question yet.
No, I'm sitting 5 feet from you.
I get that, 3 feet.
Listen,
so what?
3 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually 3.5 feet. Okay, for some, inches matter. Okay. We gotta account for everything in life, okay? We can't just have these men running around saying you're 5 feet when you're actually 3 feet tall.
And I'm telling you to your face, I am not a registered Democrat.
What part of the...
But he's not... Oh, wait, he did. He just became a registered Democrat. Look, I'm trying to tell you guys, don't listen to someone. These grifters are absolutely insane. They're over the top. It's just the thing as I've grown up in the faith of politicians, I'm realizing how psychotic all of them are. And they're like little narcissist freaks that they think that we actually care. Like that we actually care. Oh, Joe Walsh is leaving the Republican Party. That means that the Republican Party is fascistic or something or blah, blah, blah. No. This is just a man trying to sell something, and he hopes that you buy his new book. The reasons I left the Republican Party, MAGA, by Joe Walsh. Buy my new book. And in 10 years, he'll go back to being a Republican, and he can talk about how he's now a Republican. These people just want to bounce back and forth to different podcasts, and the only way for them to stay interesting in life is to change their affiliations. That's the only way for these people to stay interesting, because in reality, these people are boring. They have no conscience. They're not actually human. They don't have any convictions in life. They just flip-flop. And I support that. I want more grifters. The grifters are insane to me. I don't understand how these people out here can just grift from each side to side. They have there's no consistency within them whatsoever. They can't understand when they're being called out. Like when he's being called out, you're a Democrat, and he's like, I'm not a Democrat. I'm a...
Policies you voted for, are you happy with today?
I'm not happy with... Let me finish a thought,
I want to hear it. Policies.
As I've said before,
specific.
I'm not happy with the vast majority of policies Biden has done.
Yeah.
I'm not a Democrat. I don't regret my vote.
Yeah.
He's an official Democrat. All right. That's enough of Joe Walsh. Who cares? Who freaking cares? Drop the F-bomb, dude, is hardcore. Dude, I'm trying to tell you, you haven't been on the show in a while. We have been noticing right now that Democrats have decided, in order to connect with the male vote, they have all decided together that if they curse more, that means men will like them more. Yeah. It has nothing to do with your policies. It has nothing to do with what you stand on. We just want to know if you can say the F word or not. Can you say, we want to hear you say the F word. That's all that matters to us. We're just so stupid. That's all that matters. All right, let's get into Macron. Another coffee. Let's take another sip of coffee. God, that was loud. I measured from the tape. Rob, dude. Like Anna Navarro, says Jacobed, I used to be a Republican. Give me a talk show. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Isn't that so boring? Isn't that so boring? I used to be a Republican. Give me a talk show now. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Just ridiculous. All right. Macron is not having a good week. Good month, let's say. First, he was busted with some sort of substance on the table that could have been cocaine or could have been a napkin. Who absolutely knows? And then he was punched by his quote-unquote wife. And I put that in quotes because the allegations we don't know if they're true or not. Now, people have had an Islamic attack on him and have taken his statue away. And I'm hoping we have some kind of like terrorist video being dropped that we can watch on X only because of its controversial things. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's get some Islam music. Let's get some Islamic music.
Bismillah. Alif Lam Mim.
Oh my God.
ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
Put him in Sharia law.
يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما.
President Macron was just rushed off to become an Islamic bride. Look, there's just not a lot of women that are willing to do that, but Macron will. So apparently a bunch of people in France decided to take out his statue because they hate him or something. It's an art installation. What's going on with this? Who is this freaking lady, dude? Who is this lady? Watch her just throw money. What is happening? I just feel like all I could think about is this song when I see her throwing money at Cash. It's like he's like some kind of stripper or something.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I could teach you, but I have to charge my...
That's so weird. What are we doing? We're going to take it home and we're going to do dirty things to it. He needs a stripper pole. I know. God. What? What is this about? I don't even. It's the group is called Greenpeace, and they blasted Macron, saying he does not deserve to be exhibited in this world-renowned cultural institution until he has terminated the France contracts with Russia and driven out an ambitious, sustainable, ecological transition across Europe. They're mad because they get their energy from Russia. Well, when you go fully green in life, you got to subsidize that green energy, don't you, at some point? The pole is his seat. The pole is his seat. That's messed up, dude. Oh, Macron. Do you think Macron is being held hostage by his transgender wife? Is Macron okay? Anybody that marries their teacher, there's got to be some kind of dirt on you at some point, right? He looks like he's being held hostage. I mean, when I saw that video going around of Macron and the potential white substance that was on the table, my first inclination is that makes sense. That checks. This dude seems like he's going through a lot. Okay, if I was married to that, he's a good-looking dude. Macron isn't a bad-looking dude. He's a good-looking dude, and the fact that he's married to that makes no sense to me whatsoever. There has to be some kind of psychotic video of him doing insane things that is like, if you don't marry me, I'm putting the video out. I'm freaking putting the video out. They should be shipped to Ukraine. Yeah. Just throwing money, huh? Let's get another look at it. Let's get a slow motion look at it. Let's get a slow motion. I'm a huge fan of slow motion. I'm a huge fan of it. Let's go back.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I could teach you, but I have to charge. You want it? The thing that makes me.
Oh no, Macron is toast. What's up, So? Macron is freaking toast, dude. Oh, man. This next story really gets me jacked. I get pumped. I get freaking pumped about this next story. This is a little bit of my expertise, a little bit of something I'm very well aware of. Zelensky and Macron gay pride parade. That's coming up. What do you think Zelensky's going to do once the war ends, if it ends? Do you think he's going to be like, do you think Russia is going to want him? I'm just curious about all that kind of stuff. All right, there's a new report. Let's get into the report. A new report has surfaced saying that 45% of liberals have poor mental health. According to Nate Silver from 538, he put out a report saying, although I've seen it written about elsewhere, I honestly surprised how strong the relationship is. Among voters who report mental health, liberals outnumber conservatives 45% to 19%. Among those who report excellent mental health, conservatives outnumber liberals 51 to 20. So the young men that Democrats have trouble with aren't necessarily the ones who have been captured by the conservatives' manosphere or are looking for a helping hand. Rather, it's those who reportedly have high mental health and see Democrats as too neurotic and perhaps constraining their opportunity to compete and reap the rewards in which they work for. And all you have to do is do a deep dive into TikTok and see how far the mental health game has fallen for liberals. I mean, let's see a couple of videos.
I'm scared to go to sleep.
This is all because of Trump won, by the way.
I might wake up a motherfucking slave. He just called the results.
It's so sad.
It sucks being hated by so many people.
I'm with you. I can't do this anymore. I'm literally sick. I'm literally sick to my stomach. What has happened to America? What has happened to democracy? this is all prank, right? Like we're just gonna wake up tomorrow morning and everything's gonna go back to the way it'll be a psych. It'll be like a really bad dream.
The dog is licking her mouth. I don't even have a TikTok app. This is why. That's probably smart. This is obvious. You have to be pessimistic to be a liberal. It's worse than that. It's not even pessimism.
I was just...
Okay. If this isn't the most liberal haircut you've ever seen in your life, I don't know what is. Just give me the bowl cut. And then it's always the bowl ring in the middle too.
I was just walking down the street to go get my medication because I'm out and I need it for today.
Yeah.
And I saw a woman walking her 2 kids.
Uh-huh.
And she had this look on her face.
Yeah.
And I looked at her, we made eye contact, and we both kind of nodded. Like we were both just devastated.
Or maybe that woman was just walking down the street and was like, hello.
Oh, hey. As you might have heard, Donald Trump's running mate and future star of his own Dateline episode, J.D. Vance, is ruffling quite a few feathers this week.
We're effectively run in this country by a bunch of childless cat ladies who look at Kamala Harris. The entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children.
Listen up, you wingnut elegy.
God. My God. That just like ruined my ears. I'm sorry. Holy crap. I was not ready for that. Oh my God, dude. What the frick? I think I can't. I feel like I just shot an AR without earplugs in.
My choice! My choice! My choice!
Okay, what I want to say to this is it's very clear. I truly believe the reason why Democrats typically have worse mental health is for a couple of reasons. They get locked up into this negative loop pattern in their head, and it's fueled by paranoia. They enjoy paranoia, and they're affirmed in their paranoia. Like if they have this paranoia that Donald Trump is going to murder them, or Donald Trump's going to put them in camps, or Donald Trump's going to ruin America so much so that we're going to have civil war or something. They are affirmed in it. It's crazy to me that so many, like even counselors will affirm some of these paranoid beliefs of Donald Trump being this bad off. Now, not all counselors are that way. I hate it when Republicans or conservatives just blanket every single person, like as if everyone has the same thought pattern and everyone thinks exactly the same. That's a stupid statement. But there are people that will just affirm their paranoia. And if you affirm somebody's paranoia, it makes it worse for them. Because then they have justification for their paranoia and which they believe to be true. So if they think all these horrible things and they're being affirmed in their horrible things, the reason they have bad mental health is because they can't break the loop. And they won't break the loop. And they're told not to break the loop because what they believe is justified. It's real. It's okay to feel this way. It's not okay to be this paranoid. It was the same thing when I would talk to conservatives when Joe Biden was in office, and it was like not the same level of paranoia, but at least conservatives are at better, if things are crazy in the world, conservatives or right-leaning people have a better way of focusing on things in their family, their job, their religion, Jesus, whatever, and it helps ground them. But liberals don't have that. Most of them don't have God, and so they don't know what to do. Their foundation has been rocked. And then they're affirmed in their rocked foundation, and they don't know what to do about it. And the perfect example is this person right here. So at a gay pride event, this trans person or something is asked, what has changed in your life since Donald Trump has become president? What has been different in your life? How has your life been affected? Because every one of them are like, Donald Trump's going to kill us. I feel unsafe, blah, blah, blah. And then when they actually think about it, they realize nothing has changed at all.
Do you feel President Trump is oppressive to the LGBTQ community?
Very much.
How has your life changed since Trump entered the White House?
I haven't quite felt any any changes quite myself.
Oh, weird.
I don't know if maybe I may just be blind to it.
Do you feel a child should have to wait?
Right. If you haven't actually felt any changes whatsoever since Donald Trump took office, you're just blind to it. Because everybody around you is telling you that your life has ended and everything in the world, bad happening in the world, is actually happening. What an insane thing. I felt like nothing has changed.
Until they're 18 to transition, or should they be able to start taking things such as hormone therapy and other procedures once they're in their teenage years?
I think we should allow the children to do what they want to do. I think we should allow children to transition. I think we allow the medical professions to be the medical professions and stop letting politics dictate as if they went to medical school and know what can and can't happen with a child transitioning. I feel they're just speaking and they're not actually picking up research articles and looking into it to see what the actual disadvantages are.
Do you feel President Trump...
Wow. And you wonder why their mental health is bad. Chris Farley was reincarnated as a shit-lib, maybe a woman. Wait, who are you talking about? Right here. Yeah. How dare you? How dare you tarnish the name of Chris Farley on my show? He's one of my favorites on SNL. How dare you say that? How dare you even compare that? Take that out of your mouth. My Choice lady overdue to the mosh pit music. The My Choice. Yeah, she does need a little mosh pit music, doesn't she? All right. Let's get a little mosh pit music. A little mosh pit, and I'll try to sync it up perfectly.
Without children.
Listen up, you wingnut elegy.
My choice! 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 My choice!
You're welcome. Oh no, I can't unsee this. What are you talking about? You could easily see me on the street wearing this. Where do you even buy this? Where do you buy this from? Oh no, the nipples. Motorboating. Where do you buy this, dude? What is this, like an extra small or something? You get this at Hot Topic? Is this Abercrombie and Fitch? Man, they've really changed since I was a child. I do love the eyeshadow color coordination though. Huge fan of the eyeshadow coordination. Big old fan. And can you put your belly button away? We don't want to see it. Okay, I don't want to see that. Gross. I do like when that chick just like hit him on his side. Let's watch this full video right here. Let's watch this full video. I like that she just like hits him on the side.
Should allow children to
Boom. I wish I would have like knocked him off his block a little bit. Let's get a zoom in on that hit. Let's get a zoom in on that hit. Here we go. Boom. Sorry. Let's be honest, she has no choice. No one wants to procreate with that. Oh my God, how dare you. Looks like Greta Thunberg put on some weight. Be Kel. Don't say that. Women don't like that, okay? You can only talk about men's height. You can't talk about women's weight. That's offensive. And if you're offended by your height, it's because you're short. Van Down by the River, you have a hit. Sells a Hugo Boss. Wait, sells at Hugo Boss? Do you think this is Nazi attire? What if Hitler did wear something like this? Just looking. What if the biggest conspiracy that no one's talking about is actually Hitler is actually fabulous? Hitler was the gayest dude at Germany. That's why he took it over. I mean, have you seen some of his speeches? Holy crap, dude. That is some gay stuff coming out the pipe. Yes, some gay. I'm so glad I'm live in the country. I'm so glad I live in a country that I don't see people like this in IRL. What country do you live in, Jessica? Wake up. You don't go to pride parades? You don't go to pride parades? Have you ever been to a pride parade? I've never been to a pride parade either. I would be scared, dude. I would be so scared. I would be scared to go to a pride parade because it would make me gay. That's what liberals would probably say. I would be so scared to go to a pride parade because I don't want to. It's kind of one of those things though for me. It's like the Glenn Greenwald video on X. It's like sometimes I want to watch the car accident, if you know what I mean. I want to see the car accident. I want to replay it. I want to see the video I'm not supposed to watch. And so part of me, it feels drawn to those sort of things. It's like some kind of sick feature I have in my brain of like when somebody says, there's this video out that's gross, don't watch it. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to freaking watch it now. Put the video on. I want to watch it like this. If I went to a pride parade, I'd be like this. I'd rather go to a strip club. Me too. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not alone. In the country, in the woods. I'm thinking about getting some land too. I think I'm ready for simple living. I'm tired of the street life. I'm tired of living in this city, man. Just being afraid for your life when you go outside, walking across the street and seeing people and you're like, I don't know if I can be around that person or not. Jacobet says, back to grooming. Kids can't drink, smoke, marry, tattoo, pierce, have sex, or vote, but we can give them hormones because of feelings. Yeah, exactly. Is it because of feelings or is it because of the medical institutions have decided that if we can lock these kids in on some medication that they will have to be on the rest of their life, they can make a lot of money from it. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful that medications, doctors will say, oh yeah, come. I would love to make money off of you the rest of my life. I would love to make money off you the rest of my life. Where if you're in the medical field, your goal should not be to make money off of clients the rest of your life. Your goal is to hopefully help them and then never see them again, because that's a good sign that things are going well in their life. You would think that would be a good thing. That would be like, that's like a conversation that you have with your counselor. Like I had a counselor once, and the conversation went like this: my goal is for you not to be in therapy the rest of your life. My goal is to help you, and then you leave here with more coping skills to cope with life. And I was like, great. I don't want to be in therapy the rest of my life, but there's some practitioners out there that are like, oh, perfect. We got a sucker forever. I'd rather be scared if I'm dropping, I'd only be scared if I'm dropping my wallet. BKL, does that happen to you a lot? You go to gay prides and you drop your wallet. You're just at a gay pride and you're like, oh, I guess I dropped my wallet. Derek Thug Life, you heard? Dr. Money, yeah. We don't have pride parades around here. Never seen one. Dude, that's because you're not looking. All right, let's get into this. I don't know what's going on with Anthony freaking Weiner. I thought it's wonderful to see how Democrats embrace an alleged PDF. Congratulations, Democrats. You're all sick freaks. But Anthony Weiner, I think he's running again. I think he might try to run for president. I mean, he's quick, he's witty, he's quick, and he has a little bit of anger and tension within him. And I think Democrats are propping him up. So he goes on The View, but it didn't turn out to be as good as he hoped it would be.
You've had numerous of them. You resigned from Congress in 2011 over a sexting scandal. 2 years later, you stepped down from the mayoral race after sexting again under the alias Carlos Danger. And then in
he's sexting under the name Carlos Danger? That's worse than sexting, dude. Okay, if you have a username named Carlos Danger, that's worse than sexting a minor. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. Call me. It's me, Carlos Danger. I am Carlos Danger. Wait. Carlos Danger has decided to run for president again. One man, one dangerous mission, one sip of coffee, every time he's been asked about his allegations of sending naked pictures. Oops, they found out again. I'm embarrassed. Did you see that shake of the head? Yes, they remember. Take a sip. Take another sip. Take another sip. One more sip for the kids. Carlos Danger. Carlos Danger. That's like Michael Scott, dude. Michael Scarn or whatever from The Office. He's like a CIA. That's my CIA agent name. I'm Carlos Danger. Weiner Danger. Stranger Danger. Weiner Danger. What is this doing? He really thinks he has a chance. I think he does think he has a chance. All these Democrats think that they can come back to life. All these Democrats believe that if you just like, you can like resuscitate their hearts and they come back to life. It's absolutely insane.
You've had
Chomo Weiner.
numerous of them. You resigned from Congress in 2011 over a sexting scandal. 2 years later, you stepped down from the mayoral race after sexting again under the alias Carlos Danger. And then in 2016, you sent lewd texts to a minor and served 15 months in prison, in addition to becoming a registered sex offender. So with all that said, why do you think, or why should New Yorkers give you a chance at a political comeback?
Well, let me just say this. I mean, all
New Yorkers love sex offenders.
of that happened, and I accept responsibility for it. You won't hear me do what some other people in public life have done, Donald Trump or Andrew Cuomo or Eric Adams.
Yeah.
I'm a victim. They persecuted me for no reason. I was dealing with very serious problems. I was dealing with what I now understand to be addiction. I lost my brother Seth to addiction. And I accepted. I didn't ask for a trial. I pled guilty, served my time in prison, served in a halfway house, served probation, went to try to do good work for the formerly incarcerated. And I guess what I'm saying to people is, maybe don't vote for me in spite of what they know about me, but maybe consider that journey, that idea that we all go through things and we come out the other side. And also, what does it mean? You know, I'm Jewish, but they have this notion in Catholicism around you suffer for a reason so you can be of service at the other end.
Carlos Danger equates sexting with a minor with your suffering in life. Carlos Danger says we all suffer together, even though he sexted with a minor and showed his naked wiener. His Anthony Weiner. What is he talking about, dude? What are you talking about, dude? Don't try to compare my suffering with what you did. You freaking weirdo. What are you talking about? Weiner is the poster child of being caught for gaslighting. Yeah, no, I didn't do anything. Do you have pictures? Yeah. Remember when he did get caught for this? He did act like that. Yeah, I went through it. I'm a picture of healing and change. Dude, no. The stuff we know about you, you should go away. Yes, there is always redemption for even the sickest individuals. But that doesn't mean you need to run for politics again. Go work a job at Starbucks. Be like the rest of us. Don't try to compare. We're not the same person.
You know, I'm.
Why do you even have him on the show? Why do they have him on the show? Oh, Jessica, I'm trying to tell you, he is running for New York mayor. And I think at some point he will try to run for president again. These people are all narcissistic, psychopathic individuals, and they love the spotlight so much. It doesn't matter if they murder somebody, if they murder their own wife. The next day, they would do a press conference announcing they're running for president. This is the kind of psychotic behavior so many politicians have within them. And it's just a reminder how crazy these people are.
Jewish, but
my brother died. I'm Jewish. I need sympathy. Yeah, exactly. I'm Jewish. And that's a really hot topic right now. There's a lot of anti-Semitism running around. I'm just like waiting for that.
And also, what does it mean? You know, I'm Jewish, but they have this notion in Catholicism around you suffer for a reason so you can be of service at the other end. So I'm not asking people. I'm doing the opposite of what a lot of politicians do when they're in my position. Ignore that.
Yeah. When you get cancer and you overcome and you're suffering, it's the same as Anthony Weiner having to pay consequences for the disgusting acts he did. It's the same thing. He knows there's money to be made 100%.
Problem.
We are not God, no redemption from us, with us. Yeah.
Pretend it didn't happen, blame someone else. I am saying, yes, I did these things.
You did
I
'em.
got into recovery. I tried to make my life better.
Wow.
And now if I can be of service,
Wow,
and I'm
serve
a
me.
damn good politician.
You're
I come up
such
with
a good
answers.
politician.
Yeah, talk to people directly.
You are.
I don't try to butter over
I talk to people directly. I DM them my D pics. Yeah, we know you talk to them directly, dude. You should probably stop.
things. I try to be direct. Then why shouldn't I? And if it's just because I have bad things in my past, that's not a good enough reason. I mean, look.
Right. He's had bad things in his past, okay? It's in his past.
All I can ever be is who I am right now.
Wow.
And that brought me to this space.
Listen to all that clap. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, dude. The Democrats are such cucks, dude. They're just... He's Jewish. If you don't clap, you're being anti-Semitic. What are you guys, anti-Zionists around here? He's proving the suffering. Yeah, we're all suffering listening to him, Mr. Danger. What exactly is a good politician? Anthony Weiner.
Congressman, so there's a growing sense of just general distrust in elected officials. Take the New York Democratic mayoral race alone. You have Eric Adams, his corruption charges, which were then dropped by the Trump DOJ. Former Governor Cuomo resigning over sexual harassment allegations.
So 2 sexual harassment people. Great.
Scott Stringer has also been accused of
Yeah, let's not talk about Cuomo killing grandma, but yeah, continue.
sexual harassment. Now, they all deny these allegations. Do you understand why so many Americans just feel so disillusioned with politics?
Yeah, I mean, and Donald Trump is a 34 times felon. And look, I think.
Oh my God, great point.
You can draw 2 conclusions. One is...
Yeah, take the spotlight off me. Put it on Donald Trump.
People don't care. I don't believe that. I think people do care.
Wow.
But I do think there is some success to this idea of trying to convince enough people that you've somehow been persecuted. And I think what politicians sometimes don't realize is voters don't expect you to be some kind of paradigm of greatness. They want you to be an honest, authentic, full person, okay? And...
Yeah, right, dude. Yeah, right. The picture of honesty. Anthony Weiner. Carlos Danger. Yeah. When people think honesty and just being down to earth and genuine human being and not a lying scumbag freak who is like a psychopath, you're just like me.
And I don't...
Weiner's ex-wife is engaged to the Soros kid. Yeah, they're all just like I didn't even know that was true, but they're all just like in cahoots together. They all just sleep with each other, love each other. Have you seen Anthony Weiner with his shirt off though? It's great bod. Shouldn't these people be the best of us? Oh, yeah, you would think. But because of money, once that amount of money gets involved, it's hard for good people to stand up.
And I don't think that voters are like, I like Donald Trump because he was a felon. They're just prepared to overlook it for whatever reason. I think if Donald Trump or Cuomo or Adams would say, you know what, I messed up. I made a mistake. I had whatever motivation. I pursued this in the wrong way. And from that, I am here. If they would say that, I think voters would embrace them. I don't think it is a way, Anna knows this, you know this. We are very often told by consultants, never say the word I'm sorry. Yeah. Because it becomes an ad and it becomes, no, I think that in all of our lives, we've had moments where like, I think I should go say I'm sorry. And so that's what I think politicians should do more often.
You texted with a minor online, dude. Okay? You sent D pics to a minor. Okay? You're not just some dude. You didn't just cheat on your wife. You're a freaking scumbag and you're sick, dude. These people, man, yeah, you commit crimes in life, but that doesn't make you need to still be a leader in life. Sometimes if you are that big of a degenerate, you should just stay in the shadows. You don't have to come out and play anymore. Go away. You've done enough. I mean, what can you imagine if he became New York governor or New York mayor? the scandals that would come out about him would be absolutely insane. So good for you, New York. I hope you guys vote for him, and then you can continue to be the mockery. Weiner 2028. I'm with the Weiner. This Weiner is for people 18 and over. Oopsie, Anthony Weiner campaign slogan. Yeah. The winning Weiner. Yeah, he's a perv. Yeah, the pervs. Look, these pervs go in the shadows. They don't come out. Especially in today's world. I just like, can you imagine if he ran for president or something ever? The memes that would come out would be insane. There's no way you could win unless people are that psychotic they would vote for somebody like that. I could never vote for somebody like that. I could never. It's crazy. Saw another Weiner. They're all mentally ill. He's just one of them and he got caught. Yeah. These people, these leaked DMs. Man, be careful of your DMs, man. Be careful. They'll come get you. I love my Weiner, says Jacobed. Ask me about my Weiner. Name that movie. You mean 18 and under? Yeah, that's what I meant to say. This Weiner allows 18 and under to vote for me. Okay. Dude, I don't know what it is about. Kristi Noem is hilarious to me. This chick is so funny to me. I mean, this picture of Kristi Noem is great. It's Kristi Noem. She is coming in hot and she looks like a Latino for the first time in her life. Hey, it's me, Kristi Noem. We're done deporting Mexicans because I am a Mexican now. Is this Jenny from the block? I'm sorry. This is just a quick segment. I saw this picture of Kristi Noem going around, and I was just like, she looks like a Latina princess. She looks like she is about to start her, what's that thing when you do when you're 16? Her quinceañera. What is this vibe? This is way too much hair added to you too.
President will never accept a nuclear.
You're not allowed to look like this if you go to Israel. This is a look if you go to Latin America.
President will never accept a nuclear capable Iran. He will never accept them having nuclear weapons and building the.
This chick is everywhere. I mean, she has so many different looks. And then she posted this picture today talking about the terrorist.
Hi, everyone.
I love these. I love like these like officials who are in like these huge positions of power that do like average Joe TikTok videos where they just hold the phone in front of them and then just like have like a down to earth moment between you and me. Also, I can't stop staring at the thing behind her.
Hi, everyone. I'm Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. Today, the Department of Homeland Security and ICE are taking the family of suspected Boulder, Colorado terrorist and illegal alien Mohammed Solomon into ICE custody.
Yeah, and in fact, that's not actually true anymore. A judge just recently blocked that from happening. But can we talk, what is this? What is that?
Now, Mohammed's...
Okay, what is that in the back? Is this some kind of Jeffrey Epstein idol thing in the back? What is that? It's just like a long tube with like mechanics on the side. It's like some kind of weird punk thing. But I still can't believe this is the same woman, dude. Me in America, a hot blonde with a hat on to show I'm down to earth and a country girl. Me in Israel, I'm like, can we have some more spicy margaritas, please? I would love some spicy margaritas and some more chips, please. Ay, Chihuahua, mamacita. He allows hot illegals to vote. Yeah. She loves her makeup. She definitely cleans with Fabuloso in the bathroom. Yeah. It's a Swahili. Wow. Sometimes, dude, I'm telling you, sometimes that speech impediment just comes out and it comes out hard.
I'm gonna come.
Hooked on phonics didn't work for me. That is a Swahili fertility shrine. It's just like a big. What is? Where do you buy that? Do you buy, ladies in the chat? Do you buy this at World Market? Where do you buy that from? What I need to know what that is. I'm going to DM Christy Noam and ask her, what the hell is behind you? Is this at an Airbnb or is that your home? Tell us in the chat below. Ain't she like 70? How old is Christy Noam? She's not 70. She's like 35. She's 53. Dang, you look good for 53. This is what happens to a divorce, though. You get divorced, and all of a sudden you like remember like you can still look hot again. Being married for a long time, you kind of dress down a little bit, wear that sweatshirt a little bit easier. You get divorced, and you got to be a hot single woman again. God forbid you put a beagle between her and Fauci. yeah, exactly. Her real hair is gray. Oh, probably. That grayness comes for us all, doesn't it? I'm going to soon start dyeing my hair purple. It's going to be called the purple nurple around here. She's a total pound cake. What does that mean? What is a pound cake? I feel like I know what that means. A pound cake is a dense, rich, traditional buttery cake. Are you calling her butter? Calling her butter. Oh, God. All right, we have to get into this. I don't want to get into this, but we have to get into this. I hate Wicked so much. But we have to talk about this. Let me get rid of this text. There's a new Wicked, and I don't know if you saw the first Wicked, but like it was so cringe. All the interviews that came from Wicked, and I'm just thinking we're about to get some of the most cringy interviews ever. Let's. I have a plan. I'm doing a plan. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Hold on a second. You thought the first Wicked was unbearable. Brace yourself, because now it gets worse. Wicked forever. No, wait, it's wickeder. Are we still doing this? I thought we were done. Dance like nobody's watching. But everyone is regretting it. More yelling. More pointless twists. More annoying interviews with Ariana Grande. Even more scenes where nothing happens. Somebody say, is this over yet? Wicked 2, because even the dumbest mistakes deserve a prequel. This 2025-6 is going to be the worst summer ever, with the most annoying people on Earth. You, wheelchair woman. Ariana Grande, way too skinny, eat something. Wicked for good. Wicked because they're hungry. Wicked smart. Wicked black woman. And a white guy who's a bad guy, obviously. And a gay guy who's cool. And a wheelchair because we celebrate diversity. And a witch because she's a Who's excited for Wicked? I know I am. That's the gayest part of me. Jessica says, I tried to watch it twice and it was so boring I couldn't watch it at all. I haven't watched Wicked yet. I haven't put myself through that. I thought about watching it. I have like a rule for like best pictures. When the best picture nominations come out, I'm like, I gotta watch the best pictures to see how good it is. But every time Like these award shows ruin actual good movies that have come out. They ruin them for me. They're like, this movie's great. And you're like, that movie wasn't great. That movie sucked. But I'm also not one of these conservative, like people far right. I'm also not one of these right wingers who are just like, all artistic films are bad. I'm not like one of those psychopaths. That's such a dumb grift. I hate that grift so much. Let me just say so. I get a little annoyed at that grift. It's such a boring grift saying like all Hollywood movies are crap. There are some good movies that come out, okay? Let's just, God. all Hollywood is woke. You're like, not all of it, okay? There's most of it is though. Wicked Earth with a hard R. Dang it, I should have said that. Wicked Earth with the R harder than ever. The Green Lady is an alien. Dude, the Green Lady is the most obnoxious human being on the planet. Every interview with that woman it makes me want to freaking vomit, is what it makes me want to do. Jacobet said, never saw it, never going to see it. Don't give anything for it. Never going to give you up. I feel like you were about to Rickroll me. Rickroll presents Wicked 2. All right, guys, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna go make some dinner. I've been smoking a whole chicken all night. All day. I've been smoking a whole chicken all day. I'm gonna go eat that delicious chicken, and it's just about done. I'm gonna take it out of my smoker. It's been smoking at 165 for the last like 6 hours. Great, I'm excited about that. Whole chicken. I'm gonna cut that thing up. I'm gonna eat it. I might even put some sauce with it. Probably no sauce. Doesn't need sauce. Just as juicy. I'm gonna come. Love me some barbecue. Guys, thank you guys so much for being here. Jessica, thanks for showing up. Find it always good to see you. Rob Mack, thank you so much for all the comments. So, thank you. Ian, thank you so much, my dude. Kristen, love you so much. Swill, always thank you so much for being here. Yakobed, thanks so much for holding down Rumble chat. Michael, thank you so much for being here. I love this community. I love what we're building here. I love all the fun that we have together. I hope you're enjoying the shows that I do. I hope you're enjoying the content. I hope it's maybe slightly educational, but mainly just entertaining. I hope we put on something different than every other political show out there. I hope it's entertaining for you, and we have fun together. Make sure to follow me on X or Instagram or all these sources. Make sure you follow me on X or Instagram. I post on there a lot, but you can also contact me on there if you have great ideas for the show, or if you're like, hey, Derek, you should check out this clip if I haven't already seen it. There's a good chance I've already seen it, but make sure that you're always welcome to send me things, or like, hey, would love for you to break this down or something. We're a community here. We have fun together. And I want it to feel like a community. I don't want you to feel like I want you to feel like you're a part of it. That's always my home. It's edutainment. I'll take edutainment, dude. I like edutainment. I appreciate that. Also, just another reminder, I am going out of town starting Saturday to the next Saturday. I will post some videos, so look out for that while I'm on vacation, but I'm not sure what the live stream capabilities will be at the Airbnb I'm at. I'm going into the woods, but definitely has Wi-Fi, so I'll probably post video, and the videos hopefully will be fun. I'll try to make it really fun. Maybe I'll do some sexy videos of me at the lake in my banana hammock. Nobody wants to see that. Okay, that's not happening. Intercation. I like that. I'll take intercation. Yeah, I'm going on vacation Saturday through the next Saturday, so come hang out. I'm still look out for videos I post. I might go live. We'll see. Maybe I'll go live in the mornings or something. Or I'm not bringing my microphone. I'll have my camera and I'll have my computer. So we'll see what happens. No, I'm sad too, dude. Can I be honest with you guys? Can I have a little honest moment? I don't know if I want to go on this vacation. It's with like my whole family. I love family vacations. They're a lot of fun, but they're also so much sometimes, you know? Sometimes when you go on a family vacation, or like we're all meeting at one place. We're all meeting at one place together. Sometimes when you hang out with your whole family, it's like exhausting. You're like, I don't feel like I'm on vacation right now. Or like people are fighting. Grandpa's way too drunk. Something happens where it's insane. Don't forget to take the AI girlfriend. You know what? I will take my AI girlfriend goes with me everywhere I go. Many of you see that I wear a ring. It's because I'm married to my AI. Isn't that sad? Isn't that just depressing? Some of us can't get women, okay? And some of us have to date AI women. But she's always there for me. She's free. I'd give her the extra AI model. She's ChatGPT 4.1 now, so she's so nice. One word, CBD gummies. How about we do the THC ones? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about gummies. We'll see. Extended family vacations. Yeah. At least we're not going to Disneyland, though. We're going to a lake house. We got a huge Airbnb. And it should be fun. We'll see. I got my little niece coming. I'm excited to see her. I'm going to send you the address so you guys can dox me and swat me. Don't do that. But I will be sending feet pics. Daily feet pics. No, you don't want to see my feet pics. You'll judge me. All right, I'm going to go make dinner. You guys are awesome. See you guys in the morning, all right?